Hi guys, it's Rie. As you may know, I love challenges, especially upgrading the ingredients. With Mother's Day coming up, I want to take some break, and today I'm going to challenge somebody else, and I have a special guest today, John.
Hi, I'm John from Preppy Kitchen.
John is excellent at decorating cakes, so I thought it is fun challenge him to upgrade store-bought cake.
Oh, I am up for that challenge. Very exciting.
And the theme is Mother's Day.
Oh, I have some ideas for this, so I'm gonna get started right now.
All right, I will check back in a bit.
I'll see you soon.
See you, bye.
I've got my mission from Rie. I have these store-bought cakes. They actually smell good, but they're covered in a frosting that's made with shortening and not butter. So one, it's really difficult to decorate with, and two, it just doesn't taste that great. Step one, remove the frosting. This actually peels off really nicely. So cut in there, it rolls off. That's pretty cool. Expose the cake layer. This will say bye-bye. This is my first time taking a store-bought cake from the store and bringing it back to life as a new creation. I've used store-bought cake layers before. Some of them are actually really good, but I've never stripped one down and started over again. Look at that, it's a beautiful color. This we're gonna peel off as well, so just kind of cut into it, and we're gonna remove that shortening frosting. If you really wanna try your hand at cake decorating, but you don't wanna bake for some reason, or you just don't have the time, this is a really good solution. You might just pick up a cake on sale and say, you know what, I'm gonna try my hand at decorating a cake, and if it turns out, it's gonna be delicious and beautiful too. Then we open it up like a beautiful Victoria sandwich. This is like peeling an orange. If you've ever tried to get the orange peel all off in one piece, it's kind of gratifying, a little bit fastidious. One cake layer is free of the frosting. It really does smell good. Okay, set that aside. This last piece of frosting is just gonna get removed with my offset spatula. And with that, we can begin anew. My cake layers are all free. I actually have 4 layers in total because I got 2 cakes. This is gonna get reused as well. This is a cake round. People use these for transporting cakes when you decorate them. If you're doing this at home, you can decorate directly onto a cake stand and it'll look really pretty, but if you wanna transport it, get a cake round or recycle one. These are plain vanilla cake layers. They're fine, but I know Rie loves cooking with booze, so I made a really simple but delicious brown sugar bourbon vanilla glaze. If you don't want to cook with booze, you could use maple syrup, brown sugar, vanilla. Any of these wonderful flavors can be infused into the cake and it's gonna be delicious. We're gonna start building this up with some Swiss meringue buttercream I made with real butter and real vanilla, and a drop of bourbon in there too. If you haven't used this or this, which is a cake turntable, we're gonna use a couple dots of buttercream just to hold it in place. Press that down, and now the cake is gonna stick on its own because it's kind of covered in a little bit of buttercream still. Center that on your cake stand. And by the way, this glaze is completely cooled. You don't wanna put hot glaze on a cake. It'll make it like kind of fall apart and mush up. Spoon that on, and it looks and smells amazing. It's gonna soak into the cake, so don't add too much at once, just slowly spoon it over, and you don't need 100% coverage, so don't worry if there's some blank spots. Now we're going to add the buttercream. You can smear it on. I'm using a big piping bag because I love the hypnotic turntable action happening here. It's also really fast to build a cake when you have a turntable. It makes you look like a professional, even if you're not. This process is gonna get repeated for the next 3 layers. Whenever you're decorating a cake, I want you to know that you can do it. All you need are the right tools, some confidence and patience. Don't get flustered. Try and have everything ready at your fingertips, and then you're gonna be smooth sailing. Baking and cake decorating should be really fun, not stressful. I'm coating this cake in Swiss meringue buttercream, and as you can see, it has a beautiful light blue color. I'm gonna give you a hint on coloring the buttercream in a minute, but for now, if you've ever made a meringue-based buttercream like Swiss or Italian, it's gonna turn into like this weird seafoam stuff if you leave it alone for a few minutes. So before you use it, you always have to give it a quick whip. Just whip it up with a spatula and you're gonna see it come back to life and become supple and silky. These buttercreams are amazing, but they're not amazing if you don't whip them right before you use them. This is gonna go into a piping bag as well, and then I'm gonna cover the cake. Now we're gonna use an offset spatula. This is like a knife that's just a little bit crooked. It makes it really easy for you to clean things up up. Don't worry if it doesn't look like it's a mirror smooth finish. You're covering this in decorations anyways, so it can have some imperfections. It does not have to be perfect. And this is really where the cake turntable comes in handy because it makes it so easy to get a nice smooth layer. So right now you can see I have some gaps in here. That's fine. I'm gonna use a spatula and just swoop up and down the cake to fill those gaps in. This corner definitely looks raggedy though. This is where you use the offset spatula again. Just clean it off on your bowl. And now you're gonna pull in while you turn slowly, and that'll just pull that kind of crown of buttercream in and give you a nice smooth edge. It's time to pop this into the fridge. You only want to chill it so it gets nice and hard because decorating on a soft cake is a nightmare. If it's hard, you can wipe off mistakes, you can like kind of cut into it with some confidence. So just pop it into the fridge until it is chilled a little bit so it's hard to the touch, like 20 minutes or so. I'll be right back. Now for the fun part, we're gonna decorate this cake. I'm using more Swiss meringue buttercream and I've already made a bunch of pretty colors, but I wanna tell you something first. If you just mixed Swiss meringue or Italian meringue buttercream with a food coloring, you need to microwave it. It's really weird, but take a tablespoon of the buttercream in a bowl, microwave it so it's just melty like this. It'll look like melted marshmallow. Then we're gonna add the color to that, and that's our base. You can add the base to your buttercream now, and it'll mix in and give you beautiful, vibrant colors. Today I'm using these gel food colorings. They come in a ton of different colors, and they're very concentrated, so you only need a drop. And you can always add more, hard to take away, so go slow. Take a scoop of your frosting, and once again, this looks like a weird butter cloud. It does not look like a silky frosting, so you're gonna have to mix this in. So mix, 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 and you'll see it come to life. Okay, we're ready to start decorating. I'm gonna get comfortable because you wanna have a really close eye on the detail. The tools I'll be using today are a variety of small palette knives, different petal tips, and a skewer. The important thing right now is to have fun. This could be an abstract cake or any pattern, but because it's Mother's Day and we give lots of bouquets and beautiful flowers, I think Rie deserves some buttercream flowers on her cake. I'm building up these flowers starting from behind. You're gonna pipe directly onto the buttercream and then pipe away to make this a three-dimensional flower. It sounds complicated, but it's actually really easy. And if you mess up, don't worry, just add more buttercream. So I piped 3 petals, start with the very back, and then you're layering them. So you can always add a little bit of yellow or orange buttercream for some pollen in the center. And now we're just gonna pipe the petals in the front. It's a little bit nerve-wracking, but it's actually so much more easier than it looks. And the nice thing about the skewer is you can use that to nudge the petals around a little bit. So if they look like they're kind of droopy, you can use your skewer just to prop them up a bit. These could be floating on the cake, but I'm adding some green buttercream for stems that are gonna be anchored into a bed of flowing grass that we'll add at the very end. When you use a petal tip, by the way, the pointy end is the edge of the petal and the fat rounded edge is the base of your flower. I'm gonna attempt a flower using a curved petal tip. It's a little bit more challenging. You wanna put more pressure on the base as you squeeze because more buttercream that comes out of the bottom, less comes out of the top. The buttercream will jump around. Don't be afraid to just put it back there. It's a challenging tip, but it makes a beautiful flower. So right now I'm gonna use a piping nail. It's really difficult to pipe a flower stationary, but if you're twisting it on a piping nail, it's so much easier. Get a piece of parchment paper, put it on the top of your piping nail with a dollop of buttercream, and then start by building a base. So twist a little spiral just like that. It looks kind of like a flower bud. And now we're gonna start adding more petals. As you pipe the flower, angle your petals out so the flower's opened up, and it'll look just like this. This is gonna be much easier to put onto your flower as soon as it's chilled. So take this and pop it into the fridge, and then you can just place it on without disrupting the petals and moving it around. I've done a lot of piping and painting onto my cake. We painted some beautiful orange, pink, mauve, and even yellow flowers. To paint the flowers, you can use piping tips or palette knives. Anything will work, and you can even do a more impressionistic style flower. They look a little bit smudgy, but it's like it's blowing in the wind, blurred by the sun. They're still gonna be really beautiful. As you can see, I actually notched into the corner of my cake and placed a mauve flower right there. I love the way it kind of continues up and comes out. It really pops out at you. Upgrading a store-bought cake is a great way to save time. You can focus on the decorations, really just not rush on it, and still create a beautiful and delicious dessert. We built a lot of flowers on the side of the cake. We're gonna add a few for a pop on top as well. What you wanna do though is build a mound of buttercream up. You wanna have a little conical shaped glob of buttercream on your parchment paper. It sounds weird, but this is what gives you beautiful height like an actual flower. If you don't make this, your flowers are gonna be flat and just not as beautiful as they could be. Put that on your piping nail. Start off with a little cone that you're rolling around there. So you're making a spiral shape like the inside of your flower. And then you're gonna pipe petals coming out. Just make sure you go down as you pipe. And as you get lower, start angling your petal tip out a bit more so their flower is opening up. These can go into the fridge to chill and they can set up completely. That way you can handle them, or if you're brave, you can put them on right now. So I have these comically large tweezers. They're actually for placing chocolates on pastries and flowers on cakes. But you could use a pair of scissors as long as they're clean. They come in really handy. Then you're just gonna take your rose and place it on top of the cake wherever you'd like. I think this will look nice right over here. After you place your flowers, you can of course pipe just a few more petals to fill things in. It'll look even that much more realistic. And I am still using my skewer to adjust the petals as I have been all day long. So handy. I'm liking the way the cake looks right now, but we can finish the base. I'm gonna add some little grass leaves, and to do this, I'm gonna use 2 different shades of green, a dark and a light, for some more depth and just a little bit more added realness. And take that palette knife and just start brushing it up. Really nice and loose, and you can kind of come away from the cake and cut into the cake. Have fun with it. Right now, I'm finishing this cake up by piping some leaf-like grass with my leaf tip. Just draw it straight up. My cake's all done. I'm a little bit nervous, but mostly excited to see what Rie thinks. Let's give her a call.
Hi, John.
Hi.
So how did it go?
It was really fun making it. I hope you like it. Ta-da!
Oh, so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Is it carnations?
There are a bunch of different roses, some tulips, an assortment of flowers for you.
Thank you. I wish I could try that.
I heard you like to cook with alcohol, so I made a bourbon brown sugar vanilla glaze for this. So all the cake layers are soaked in that, and then the Swiss meringue buttercream has vanilla and a touch of bourbon too.
Oh my God. Oh, I wish I could taste it. It's so pretty.
Yes, I might mail you some. Thank you. Well, I know you work so hard, and having a little one at home is not a piece of cake. So here's a piece of cake for you.
Thank you so much for this cake, John.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
And I enjoyed my break with cooking or baking, and I hope you guys enjoy watching John made such a masterpiece cake.
I hope you learned some tips and tricks so you can make a cake for someone special in your life.
Thank you so much for watching, and thank you. Bye, John.
Bye, Rie. Happy Mother's Day in advance.
Thank you.
Oh, yes!